What's up, guys? So this is the second Ashava spawn. I killed the first one earlier. It was pretty tough, so I figured I'd put a video out for this one. Go over my gear real quick. I did not get anything really too great. I mean, I've got a bunch of like little things at work. We're gonna go with landslide. The key to this is I ran around before the fight and I used poison creeper to immobilize a bunch of enemies to stack up all these terra motes. So this is going to guarantee our landslide crits. So basically I just tried to get a bunch of crit damage. So I got this aspect where I have 87% crit damage. So that's just 87% more damage because we're always critting. I have +2 while fortified, and I have earthen bulwark giving me fortify. Some damage while fortified. Nothing really crazy. I'll just go down the gear real quick. It's going to start in like a minute. I did not get the landslide aspect to do double landslides. I didn't get trample for landslide. I really don't have, I don't have the tornado aspect. I don't really have any like core aspects to really build around. Like I even have like a companion one here. Speaking of which, this is bugged. Do you want to take it on and off your bar if you ever like teleport or something? But we've got a little bit of poison resistance. 58% plus. I'm gonna put on the elixir. Build real quick. Again, it's just storm strike. We're gonna try to keep up vuln with storm strike. We have 1 point in abundance, so that storm strike gives us 15 spirit. So I only need 2 storm strikes, then landslide. So we're just gonna landslide, storm strike, landslide. I have earthen bulwark giving me fortify. Cyclone armor, because I also have the cyclone armor legendary for a little bit of physical damage resistance and poison resist. Poison creeper for poison, and the big thing is by putting the poison up we get access to envenom, which gives us 30% crit damage. So let's see how it goes. Already jumping away. So we just want to landslide and then 2 storm strikes pretty much. Pretty good so far. Watch the swipe here.
Wait a moment.
Our poison up. Damage looking pretty good so far. I don't want to use my bulwark on cooldown, but I do want to get my fortify up because it will make my landslides do more damage with that aspect. So I want to get a little fortify up, but then I want to kind of hold on to the bulwark if I can for when I get hit. Basically, if you can stay close, if you feel confident, it's the easiest way to dodge the abilities from Ashava. Now, that's much easier said than done, right? If you can just sit back and range them as well, that probably would be the better way to do it, but... Okay, we're looking pretty good on damage so far. Might start saving my bulwark, but I'm feeling a little confident because I still have my potions. But if you do die, you will lose all your terra motes for landslide, so... Definitely want to be careful about that. So we're just kind of storm strike, landslide. Storm strike also gives us 25% damage reduction. So if you can stay in melee range, you know, it's easier to dodge the abilities like that, and you'll have the storm strike buff. If you don't want to use storm strike and you want to be ranged, you could totally use wind shear with the movement speed buff. I think that would be really good. And then you can just like kite around and run away. I will say there's no point in coming here if you're not level 20. The rewards are only if you're level 20 when you do Ashava. You will see some people that show up that aren't level 20, but yeah. I will say I'm not saying this is easy if you just have this build. It's definitely pretty tough to do, especially for the average player. I don't want to say Druid's the weakest class in the beta, but it is very tough to play Druid without aspects. Landslide, even though it took quite a large nerf, is still by far, in my opinion, the best leveling ability. Trample got a huge buff. Trample was really nice to play with. The video I made before used a lot of pet abilities. I was pretty unimpressed with a lot of the pet stuff. The problem still remains, wolves just kind of die. The raven damage, they have to kind of sit in it for 6 seconds, which is like kind of tough. Landslide and Terramotes with Poison Creeper just feel great. Not really sure how else to, you know, go about that one. It's Poison Creeper feels really good, I'll say that. It's pretty solid. I liked putting the 2 points into it to extend the active duration of the poison as well. That one felt the best by far to me. But yeah, I would run basically this kind of build. Normally I wouldn't run Cyclone Armor. I don't think it's needed. I mean, it works for the Ashava fight, and I got the legendary for it. You know, so you kind of you work with what you get, right? I will say Blood Howl feels great. I will be making a leveling guide closer to launch from all the stuff I've learned in beta for sure. I feel pretty confident in the way I level Druid now. I've done it quite a few times between the last couple betas just to kind of learn, especially with like some of the changes. I don't think Druid really got changed all that much, if I'm being honest. Like, for the early leveling process. Obviously Landslide got quite a large nerf, but like relatively speaking compared to other classes in terms of like how we leveled before and how we level now, some other classes got hit way harder than we did. Oh, if you see these bubbles, by the way, I'm pretty sure they work for everyone, even if someone else procs it. I think you get that guaranteed legendary for completing the story. So if you haven't completed the story, it seems like you get 1 for killing the boss, and then I'm not clicking Landslide, I'm not paying attention. And then like, you know, you get like 2 or something like that. One of them will drop that bubble, which is pretty nice. You get the invuln. But yeah, best thing I can recommend, get some poison resistance. You don't get poisoned unless you get hit by like the claws, I think, or if you kind of stand in the poison, get hit by that. I think that poisons you as well. So poison resist is really good to have, but it will still do a lot of, oh yeah, it's a little tough. It will still do a lot of physical damage, so make sure you have just kind of damage reduction in general, or you have like up-to-date gear as high of level as you can so you can get your armor up. That would be really important too, I'd say. Should probably pay attention. Oh, he's gonna, let's see, get a little closer there. Once you learn the patterns, I did play in the last beta, so I have like a decent idea on, you know, the patterns that he's gonna do. And make sure whenever you see these up here at the top by the health bar, he's gonna sweep back, step out for a sec. He'll drop potions whenever you get each of those check marks, so drop 2 potions there, so we make sure we pick those up. I was getting a little lazy and not picking them up. Yeah, that one hurt a little bit. Sometimes you gotta walk through some of the mechanics so you don't get hit as hard. This should, I'm not sure if this is gonna get easier or harder as it goes on. People will get stronger, but by tomorrow, people might not be doing it anymore. Some people might just say like, okay, I got it killed once, I'm good, you know, I don't need to do it anymore. So the people that are gonna be really strong might just do it once and not keep playing. There will be people like me that probably, you know, try to show up to every single one we can just because, you know, we want to try to get some loot and stuff. But yeah, it might get easier because more people get more gear, right? Might get harder because less people are doing it. But yeah, if you, oh, this might be, oh, that hurt. Oh, nice. We got, so here they got knocked down because we actually did enough damage. You can see under their health bar, we did enough damage to their, it's like a CC bar. Once you apply enough crowd control, it'll knock down a boss. So that's pretty cool. So you can see it's like slowly building up again. But yeah. Again, Druid is really tough to do Ashava. I will say that. Ooh, 2 legendaries this time. Cool. Axe and Amulet. Okay, I'll see what we got real quick. While dashing, shred 6 on nearby. I already have this one. Looking for some new stuff. You gain increased armor. I'm wearing that one. Unfortunate, but Yeah, Druid is, I mean, that probably looked easy. I do have some decent gear. Oh, one thing you can see, like I have 3 out of 4 here. If you go to the blacksmith, upgrade your gear. It's pretty cheap if you play a little bit and do some dungeons. This will definitely help you out, getting some more armor, getting some more damage. That should be pretty easy to do, especially if you have, I think rares are cheaper than legendaries. But yeah, I mean, I definitely have some legendaries that are helping me, but I don't have anything like too crazy. I think the build is the biggest thing you can do. You play super defensive. You could even swap out Poison Creeper for Blood Howl and drop the Envenom stuff. But if you just run around before the boss and you use Poison Creeper to stack up the Terra motes, and then if you can stay alive during the fight, you saw I still have 85 left. I think I started with like 200 or something. This is what a lot of your damage is going to come from. So basically you just want to stay alive and, you know, try to do damage as you can. You still can totally like put the pets on your bar and just let them passively do damage. I didn't even try with the wolves. They were just kind of dying way too much. But yeah, if you're confident and you can stay close, Storm Strike gives you a nice damage reduction and it's easier to dodge the mechanics, but otherwise I'd say Wind Shear with the movement speed. But yeah, Druid is definitely one of the harder ones. I've not played the other classes. I don't know how hard they are for this kind of stuff. I think Rogue sounded still pretty good. Necro, Sork, I'd assume are like okay because they can be ranged and sit back. But yeah, Druid, it's not easy, but I think this is probably the best way to do it. So if you guys have any comments, you know, leave them down. I will try to answer over the next, you know, 24 hours or however much longer. I'm not sure how many more times Ashava will pop up, but yeah, good luck. If you guys can't do it, you know, I'll try to help best I can. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later.